some of it. I'm gonna air gun things, right? So pointing my air gun at you. Nobody's mad at me for that, no?
Today's video is brought to us by Mantis. The Mantis family of products is integral to ASP staff building handgun and carbine skills and are your most economical and fastest path to improvement in your skills too. Whether you choose the X10, the Laser Academy, the Blackbeard, or use them all in concert, they will help your practice be more effective, efficient, and fun. Go check them out, pick up a unit, and thank them for sponsoring today's video.
This is a trap that I fell into long time ago and didn't recently start getting out of, and man, I wish if there was one thing I could go back in time and tell myself to change and start working on, it would be exactly this. I have a really bad habit, and I think it's because I can only see out of one eye anyway, is that I typically follow my sights with the gun. Very turret-like. Well, that's okay, but it's slow, it's just not efficient. The better method is simply this, taking my eyeballs, going where I need to go, and just bringing the gun to it. A good analogy for this would be, think about you're sitting at a computer and you're watching something on the computer you shouldn't be watching, and your wife walks in on you, you're like, oh crap, gotta close that out real quick. Do you actually follow the mouse all the way up to the X, or you just look at the X and be like, ah, there it is. Eyes on the X first, then click? Yeah? I've never done that, I like making people feel uncomfortable at times. Next time you sit on a computer, try to follow the mouse on the screen. See how weird that is. This is super weird. So why do we do it with a gun? I don't know. I just did it because I didn't know any better. But that is the correct method on extreme transitions. Extreme without moving your feet, because everything is a transition, all right? But just lateral without moving your feet, a wide transition. Eyes first, then the head will follow, and then the sight will just come back to where it needs to be. This is only doable if you have fully locked in all of this and you have created a good, repeatable, consistent structure behind the gun. From here out, nothing needs to change. Every time. See what I'm saying? How the eyes are always leading and the gun is just simply coming to it. I'm exaggerating a little bit with the slinky motion between my head and my gun, just to make some exaggeration for demonstration purposes. So, if you will, come on out here. You can put your eyes on because it's freaking bright, and just simply air gun between different targets, letting your eyes and your head lead. Instead of just driving and whipping it around and trying to see through the sights, look at something and bring it to it. Exaggerate it. Try that out. Get on the, I got those boards at the 5-yard line. What you can do is you can try the different things that are on your target, and then you can bounce between targets as well. Just use your air guns for now, okay? Your finger guns. I do this while driving, by the way. I'll be driving down the road and I'll just take my left thumb and look at something and drag my thumb over to it. Street signs, because they're always moving, because I'm driving, obviously. Other vehicles, tag plates, things of that nature. I'm picking a spot on something that I want to track, and I bring my make-believe red dot and try to track it. Eyes first, then gun. Your head and your body will naturally go where your eyes tell it to go. Your eyeballs really prefer to be centered in their sockets, which requires you to turn your head if you need to look to the far left or far right. It's very natural. If you don't believe me, try to aim through the top of your eyeballs, like hold your head down, or like look through the sides of them or something for silly. I was complaining about it being dry the other day, or yesterday I think it was, and they were like, it is so humid. I'm like, what? What? Everything is covered in dust. It is so dry out here.
I gotta say, this is better than ankle-deep mud.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like skeet shooting.
It is. It's exactly like skeet shooting. Keep doing it. Keep training your eyes. You're only gonna get good at this if you tell your brain, hey, we want to make this normal. Right now, it's still weird and different. We have to shift all this stuff from our short-term memory to our long-term memory, so that it then becomes subconscious skill. Autonomous stuff. automaticity, autonomous, all those big fancy words people like to use. Myelination. Myelinate the chopper. Whatever, dog, it's still muscle memory. Ooh, piece of candy. Anybody here watch Family Guy?
Yes.
Want a piece of candy? Got a piece of candy in my pocket.